Hey guys, it's your girl Jade Ashley and I am back for another video. Now I'm not here for a video of when the beat drops, but I'm here to talk about Tamar Braxton's new album, Bluebird of Happiness. So if you're interested in seeing my review for Tamar's new album, definitely stay tuned for more. Okay guys, so let's dive into the video. So my last video of when the beat drops, I let you guys know that the album was coming out. I made one of her singles my song of the week and everything, and I told you guys how excited I was for this album to come out. One reason why I was excited is because I feel like Tamar's last two previous albums have definitely been amazing, both vocally, content wise. Like, you can put on any song from those two albums and I can definitely sing them. So with this only being the album came out Friday. I'm recording this on a Sunday, so the album's only been out for 3 days basically, and I don't know all the songs yet, but I'm definitely well on my way. So, you know, I said I was gonna do it. I'm here, so definitely let's get into this review, and we're just gonna go song by song, and I'm just gonna give you my initial thoughts and stuff like that. So the first song that's on the album is this song, Forever. Now, I use this term love at first listen, and definitely Forever was one of those love at first listen type of songs. And one of the reasons why is just the way that the song starts. You know how, like, when you watch like a Disney movie, an animated movie, something like that, the sound effects, and they have like the whole little dreamy sound, you know, that little dreamy type of sound and stuff like that. That's the beginning of Forever. So you got that little dreamy type of sound, then the music come in, then the beat drop. When the beat drops, and then, you know, it just basically goes into Forever. Now, if it's anything that we can always expect from Tamar, she will serve you vocals. She done fought so hard for this whole solo career. We all witnessed it on the first couple of seasons of Braxton Family Values. So she hasn't let us down yet vocally. So every single song she delivers vocally. But, you know, she just pretty much just goes into the song, you know, got the beat dropping and stuff like that. And it's just something that you could just bob to. Like, that's the type of feel that this song pretty much gives you and stuff like that. So basically what this song is, I feel like this one song, and she opened the song with this album, definitely has to be for Vince. I feel like, you know, she always talks about how songs on her albums is about Vince, or a certain point in time and stuff like that was about what they went through in the past to get to where they were at the time of the album drop, whatever. But obviously this song is about Vince and stuff like that. And basically the whole message of this entire song is, boy, you are my forever. Or, boy, my forever is you, basically, is the exact line that she says in the chorus. And I know that the last time I mentioned Tamar, you know, I talked about how she was like, oh, you know, my last album, my best album, this and that. So she pretty much elaborated on that whole statement when she was doing promo this week. And basically her thing was, I'm not gonna not make music, I'm just not gonna do any albums. You know, this is gonna be my last album, but, you know, I can still, you know, drop a single here and there and stuff like that. And her whole purpose was you know, just, I guess, to save her marriage. Not that we thought her marriage was like in any type of jeopardy. I feel like it doesn't really have to do with music, because y'all know Tamar got a mouth on her. We done seen it. We see her on reality TV. But yeah, so pretty much she just wanna, you know, before her marriage, I guess, gets to a certain point where, you know, there's no saving it. She just kind of wants to, you know, put what's more important to her first and stuff like that. So I mean, I guess that's understandable, or whatever the case may be, whatever. But I definitely feel like this is not her last album, whatever the case may be. But I kind of feel like I said, that song Forever is the first song, and that song is about Vince. And I just kind of felt like it was a great opening, because, you know, her whole being for this album, she said in one of her interviews, is that, you know, last year she went through so much, and, you know, she pretty much had to find her happiness. She had to be the bluebird, or whatever that she, you know, she was saying, to, you know, kind of refine that happiness. So I definitely feel like Forever was a great opening for this album. So moving on from Forever, you have her second song, which is Wanna Love You Boy. Now, I do feel like out of all her other albums, I feel like this album definitely has more up-tempo songs. She still has her ballads, but I feel like collectively, as far as like the 11 tracks, out of the 11 tracks that's on this album, I feel like this album definitely kind of consists more of up-tempo than any of her her last two previous albums. So basically the second song is Wanna Love You Boy, and it's basically what the title title sounds like. But for me, why I like this song is I like the way she says it in the chorus. I'm not gonna sing it, but you know, the way she sings love, I wanna love you, boy, I wanna love you. I said I was gonna sing it, but yeah, the way she sings it in the chorus, I definitely like it. So, you know, I just like it. Like, I just, you know, I enjoyed it. Like, it's nothing about that song I don't love. So another song, her third song, Run Run. Now what I will say is that she definitely has more samples on this, or she sampled more songs on this album as well. So Run Run definitely is reggae influence without a doubt. She samples Sister Nancy's Bum Bum song. You know, I think it was the last person that did the Bum Bum song was I think Jay-Z, for his single that he has on 444. But yeah, so reggae influence. The last kind of like reggae, you know, Caribbean type of vibe that she did on her last album, Calling Her Lover, she did Angels and Demons. Now, you know, when it comes to Tamar's albums, for some reason, when I get the albums, I don't try not to like anything, but I just end up not liking at least one song. But, you know, Angels and Demons wasn't my favorite song from her last album, and that was more kind of like the reggae, you know, Caribbean vibe. But this one, I like it. I actually like Run Run. So, you know, I feel like that's definitely a dope song, and, you know, definitely a switch up from how she did her last, you know, reggae influence type of song and stuff like that. So, great job, Tay Tay, great job. But other than that, my next song, it's not my album, it's Tamar's album. But the next song, which is the fourth song, is Hula featuring Yo Gotti. Now I realized when I was listening, probably like my second time, because it's like I listened to the whole album at first and then right back I listened to it again. So by the second listen, I kind of realized, I was like, we don't really have like too many, like, Tamar doesn't do features on her albums. So it's like, if you think back to her other album, Calling Her Lovers, I don't remember not hearing nobody featured on her song in the last album. And then when you think back to Love and War, I don't think of any features. The only time I could ever think of her having a feature on her album is when she did her Christmas album and she had her sister's features on songs, and I feel like that doesn't count. And the only other feature I can think of is when she did Let Me Know featuring Future, but that don't count because that didn't even end up on Calling Her Lovers. That was just like literally legit a single. So I feel like Yo Gotti, first feature I can, you know, say I hear on her album. And yeah, their song Hold Up, I definitely feel like it has the potential to be a club hit. I don't know if she was targeting, you know, trying to get that club hit and stuff like that, but definitely throwing, you know, Yo Gotti, he from Memphis and stuff like that, on that track. And he's hot right now, and he got one of the biggest rap records out right now. So I definitely like this feature for this album. I also said to myself that this kind of is the Hot Sugar of this album without sounding like Hot Sugar. So you know how Hot Sugar was that real turned up song on Love and War. I kind of feel like that's a kind of, not as turned up as Hot Sugar, but I feel like this is the Hot Sugar of this album without sounding like Hot Sugar. So I hope I'm not confusing y'all. Definitely for y'all Tamar fans, I hope we are here and you get what I'm saying. But other than that, yeah, the next song is The Makings of You. Now this definitely is one of my favorite songs. Like, love at first listen without a doubt. Like, once I listened to it, I said, this is my shit. And one of the reasons why I like The Makings of You, like I said, I feel like she definitely has she samples more songs on this album than she's done on any other. I think the last song I could remember her sampling was Let Me Know, of course, Aaliyah, and then also Biggie when she did The Love and More, The One. When she did The One, produced by Hitmaker, aka Youngberg and stuff like that. So The One samples Biggie, and then Let Me Know samples Aaliyah, but this one she has more than one sample. But yeah, this song, The Makings of You, she samples Curtis Mayfield's song The Makings of You and stuff like that. And the last singer I can remember sampling this Curtis Mayfield song is Monica. Y'all know I love me some Monica. So, you know, Monica, she did it on her, what is it, Concrete Road. I can't remember the album name. It was the album that flopped. But she has a song, A Dozen Roses, which is sampling the same song. And that's one of my favorite Monica songs. So, you know, definitely just the sample of this song alone, I was pretty much sold when the music dropped and stuff like that. And what I really think would be pretty dope is, you know, I said she was going on tour with Escape and Monica and stuff like that. So the simple fact that both her and Monica sampled the same song, I kind of think it would be cool. I don't know, maybe they might do this, and if they see this and they do this, I want my credit. But I think it would be good for her and Monica to kind of like do a mesh of their two songs. So, you know, one, Monica could go first because her song is older, but you know, she could do the Dozen Roses and then kind of bring up the sample, and then, you know, Tamar, you know, segues into, you know, her song on this album and stuff like that. So definitely The Makings of You is one of my favorite songs on this album, without a doubt. But moving on, we're gonna go into my if I keep on saying this is not my album. It's my album because I think this shit is dope, but it's not my album because I ain't recorded, but I bought it, so maybe it is my album. But anyway, so yeah, Heart in My Hands is the 6th song on this album. Now I definitely feel like this is like one of the first slower down type of ballads. Like, you know, Tamar has to give you those ballads and stuff like that. She has to showcase the vocal ability that she has. So definitely this is one of the first slow ballads in the track listing. And I will say that the very second I heard the piano in the beginning of this song, I automatically thought about her song King from her last album. So you kind of know, like, when you hear that piano, you know she about to go like real slow and stuff like that. She is about to kill y'all with the vocals, and that's exactly what she did in Heart in My Hands. Yeah. The 7th song is her song Blind. Now Blind is the 3rd single that was released before the album dropped this week. So when Blind kind of like released prior to the album drop, and I was trying to get into it, but I really didn't kind of like get into it. And if y'all can remember, I did say for some reason every album that Tamar drops is at least one song I don't like, and it's not like I go in not trying to like any songs. I want to like everything. But Blind is just not doing it for me. It's really not doing it for me. Like I said, prior to the album dropping, I tried to get into it. I couldn't get into it. And then the day before the album dropped, she did Wendy Williams, and she performed, and she did Blind, and it just completely shut it down for me. Like, I love Tamar so much, and I know she is so talented. So I couldn't for the life of me understand why she was lip syncing a ballad on the Wendy Williams show. I could understand if it was Hot Sugar and, you know, it was a lot going on and she wanted to lip sync, cool. But I really didn't understand why she was lip syncing this song, because we know she can sing. Her vocal ability, no question whatsoever. So I just kind of feel like me already having trouble getting into the song, and then seeing her first live performance on the Wendy show of this song, it just, technically it wasn't even a live performance because she wasn't singing. But yeah, so Blind, I mean, it's just not my favorite. It's not my favorite. It could change, you know. One of the songs I don't like on her second album, technically, but one of the songs that I don't like on Love and War, I don't really like it, but I could sing it. So who knows? I mean, it's only been 3 days since the album's been out, so we'll give it some time. But as of right now, as I'm doing this video, Blind is not my favorite. Definitely the 8th song will have to be her song My Man, My Man, My Man. So we know My Man was the first single to start it off. Now, before we even knew she was coming out with an album, before we knew the album name, the concept and everything, My Man was that single. She popped up and was like, yo, I got a new single, My Man. Showed the cover art. She got this old picture of her mom and her dad, you know, when they were still together and stuff like that. So we obviously know that the whole concept, the whole idea of this song will have to go to her parents, you know, relationship kind of deteriorating and stuff like that, and then like the whole divorce. Like we all familiar with that story by now, you know, they on reality TV, so we kind of know it and stuff like that. But My Man, obviously it was a slow song, but definitely, like I said, she always goes off vocally. I definitely think she killed it when she performed this at this year's BET Awards. And, you know, it's a song we already knew it had to be on the album. I mean, if you're gonna go with vocally, like every song that she always does, it has to be here. The next song, which is also my favorite song, which was also the song of the week from my last When the Beat Drops video, is her song Pick Me Up. Again, this is the 3rd sample on this album, and that would be Evelyn Champagne King's Love Come Down song. That's a cookout song. Evelyn Champagne King, Love Come Down, that is a cookout song. So she took that song and she sampled it, came up with Pick Me Up. I mentioned this in my last video When the Beat Drops. I love the liquor reference. It's just like vodka and Remy, like liquor in my system. Boy, I need ya. Like, I love that part of the song. So Pick Me Up is definitely one of my favorite songs, which is why I had to make it my song of the week, my last video. And then the last two songs, I haven't gotten into them yet, but I always feel like no matter what, I feel like the structure of her album, she'll give you like that good like love and R&B, then she, you know, pick it up tempo, but no matter what, she always has to end her albums off with ballads. Like the last two songs, if anything, has to be a ballad, and that will be the last two songs, which is number 10 and number 11, which is How I Feel, which is number 10, and Empty Boxes, which is number 11. So it's only been 3 days, so I haven't really gravitated to those last two songs as of yet, but I do realize kind of like the pattern with her albums is that no matter what, she has to end it off with a ballad. So those are the two ballads that she end the things off with. But other than that, I pretty much feel like it's a go. Like, I really enjoy this album. Like, I'm not just saying that. Like, I already expressed how excited I was for this album to come out just because I have Tamar's last two previous albums. I told you that I feel like Hula Lovers was definitely underrated because that album is bomb as. And then, you know, Love and War was definitely highly anticipated because that was the first album she dropped, you know, kind of being like this big, you know, reality star coming off of Braxton Family Values and stuff. And she hasn't disappointed. She doesn't disappoint when it comes to her vocals because we know how dope she is vocally. So, I mean, I would definitely give this album a 2 thumbs up. If I had to recommend it, I would definitely recommend it without a doubt. Well, for the most part, I'm still trying to get used to learning, but for the most part, with a lot of these songs I was listening to for the first time, and I was like, I'm feeling this. And like literally, you know, when the album came out, I listened more than one time. It wasn't kind of like a, oh, this is cute, let me go listen to the songs I listen to on a regular basis. Like, no, I was listening to the album on repeat over and over and over. So I think kudos to Tamar Braxton. She claimed this is her last album, so for this to be her last album, I definitely feel like she killed it. I absolutely love it, and I will definitely recommend it. So if you guys checked out Tamar's album, definitely comment below and let me know your thoughts. Other than that, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss another upload. And other than that, I will see you guys next time, so bye. Hey guys, thank you for watching, and don't forget to share and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.